Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce the defending champion, Andy Murray. Could I please ask you to raise your hand if you have a question, and could I take one question at a time, please? First question.
Hello, Ruth McKee from the Daily Star. You and Kim must be thrilled with your news. And I just wanted to know, will this be an added stress at all this year in the tournament?
No, I wouldn't have thought so. We're both obviously very happy and looking forward to it.
And according to Roger, you was very good in the first week, and you'll use the first week to, get back in shape again. Will it be so simple?
No, I mean obviously no matches are easy. It's been the last few days have been very good. Practice each day has got a little bit better. It's been slightly, stop-start preparations, but each day I've felt better. But a little bit like at the French Open, where maybe I didn't come in as well prepared. I still found a way with each match to feel a bit better and built confidence each day. So, I'm hoping that's the case here.
Hello, Jack Mulvin from The Times. Congratulations as well. And when it comes to playing, are you able to get in a mental zone that blocks out other things? Are you going to be able to stop thinking about your family life when you're playing tennis?
Well, I mean, I've had family the whole time I've been playing tennis, so I'll be fine dealing with that. It's certainly not a distraction in the slightest.
And Andy, with the injury you've had the last week or two, was there any stage where you feared you might not even be able to play here?
I mean, you never know. It's sort of, I haven't been in that sort of position too often, like only a few days before a slam and not felt good at all. It hasn't really happened to me much, and obviously this is an extremely important tournament, so you worry a little bit, and it's a little bit stressful if you can't practice for a few days, and you really want to be preparing and and training as much as you can to get ready and make you feel better, especially when you hadn't had any matches. But I just tried to think positively. I tried to make the best decisions along with my team to give myself the best chance to feel good on Monday, and I feel like I've done that.
Andy, this isn't your first. It's not your first time going into a Grand Slam as the defending champion. How does that maybe feel different than when you are attacking a Grand Slam when you're not the defending champion? And does it feel different this time around than the previous times?
Yeah, I mean, I'm obviously a little bit more experienced, but older now, and hopefully, I'm able to deal with things better this time round. But I mean, really, once you get out there, I don't feel like I'm coming in trying to defend something. I'm going out there trying to win Wimbledon again. I want to try to win the competition. But maybe adds a little bit extra pressures, maybe a few more nerves on, especially at this slam with the way the scheduling is, that you're the first one out there on centre court. You feel like you're opening up the tournament a little bit, and that adds a few more nerves. But I feel okay. I've felt fairly calm the last few days, considering how I've been feeling.
Yes.
And what actually is the hip problem? And was it something you suffered in training, or was it just some pain that came on? Or?
No, I've had hip problems since I was very young. It's not something new to me. It's just been very sore the last few weeks, and it was giving me quite a lot of trouble moving to certain shots and getting into certain positions. So that was why I needed to take the break, to try and give it a chance to settle down and calmed down a bit. You know, spent a lot of time with my physio and doing some extra exercises in my warm-up, strengthening exercises. A lot of stuff to try and loosen off that that area, and it's felt much better the last few days.
And there's 4 players, yourself and 3 others, who can finish this tournament as world number 1. It's been quite a while since it's been that close for that many players. Does that add an extra element of, I don't know, pressure or something for this tournament?
I think it certainly could do, maybe potentially more towards the end of the event if there was quite a few players left in and there's maybe matchups that, you know, really influence it. I don't think loads of the guys, well, for me, I'm not thinking about that right now. That's not what my focus is, but maybe if, you know, there's a match later in the tournament where, you know, if you win, you know, for me, I would stay at world number 1, or if I lose, that maybe I would lose the ranking to one of the other guys, but not right now.
Andy, will you be needing to take painkillers for the injury, and would you even be starting to play the tournament if you weren't sure you could play and win 7 matches?
No, I'll be fine to play the event and play 7 matches. I mean, providing, you know, things can happen obviously when you're playing. I mean, players have got injured during tournaments, but as I am today, if I feel like I am today, I'd be delighted and have no issues getting through. And, you know, if necessary, I can take some anti-inflammatories. You know, if my hip flares up, and you know, hopefully that's not the case.
Kind of similar question, Andy, but if this was a regular ATP event, do you think you'd be playing?
Well, as I feel today, yeah, I would be able to play. I would play for sure. Maybe the way that we looked at it might have changed because I missed, you know, 3 days of practice. That, you know, maybe I wouldn't have travelled somewhere on the Saturday or the Friday, not knowing how I was going to be feeling over the weekend. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. As I feel today, for sure, I would be playing. Yeah.
Hi Andy, congratulations. I was just wondering when you and Kim found out, and also whether it still means she'll be coming to Wimbledon this year.
She'll be coming to Wimbledon, yeah, and we found out a while ago, but not interested in discussing the dates of that in here.
Your opponent tomorrow is a bit of a character on and off the court. I'm just wondering what you know about him and what you think for you will be the most important factor on the court tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played against him, and I've not seen him play loads, but I've heard a few things from some of the players, and I chatted to him a little bit in Indian Wells early in the year. He's obviously, you know, big personality. You know, he's not a quiet guy. And yeah, he's from what I've heard, he's pretty entertaining on the court in terms of the way that he plays and how he is. You know, quite unorthodox, and he plays a lot of unexpected shots, a lot of drop shots, mixes his game up a lot, takes chances. You know, tries some more sort of shots that guys may play in exhibitions. He, you know, tries when he's out there, and that's what I've heard. But I'm not sure. I'll try and watch a bit of video this evening with my team, see what we can get hold of, and then take it from there. But yeah, it's been an interesting match.
Hi Andy. Apart from last year, do you have any favourite moments or memories from Wimbledon, especially as you were growing up?
Favourite memories. Maybe, I mean, when I was growing up, I mean, I followed Tim Henman a lot, and I remember the match that he played against Ivan Izovic. Not necessarily a good memory, but it was obviously quite a, I don't know. It's a match that a lot of people in Britain, British tennis, remember very well. I mean, I was actually on the tour at the time, but the match where with Roger and Rafa in the final, the 5-set final, I actually came to watch that as a fan. I watched it in the crowd with one of my close friends as well. So yeah, there's a couple.
Would you say that Ostapenko's success in Paris would rub off on the younger players in both draws? Here, as a younger player yourself, did success of your peers have an effect on you going into big tournaments?
Not so much, really. No, I mean, everyone obviously can see things differently. It wouldn't have had much impact on me. I think maybe more the way that she played, rather than her winning the event, was what was most impressive. Like in that situation, that she just went for it. She took her chances. She didn't blink. She stuck to the way that she played the whole event. That was what was most impressive for someone so young, playing in the finals of a slam for the first time. But I don't think that result impacts the next tournaments. I really don't.
Has Ivan had any specific advice or maybe a change of approach to this tournament, just given the difficulty of the build-up you've had with the injury problems?
Not really. I think it's, with something like that, a lot of it has to really come from the player, because what you can and can't tolerate. And we made the decision on Tuesday that after I hit for a little bit in the morning, that I needed to take a few days break. If I was going to give myself the best chance to be ready, it was no use pushing for like 3 or 4 more days, making myself worse. So we did that, and we talked about it as a team. But a lot of it, when it comes to an injury or pain that you're getting in your body, everyone feels different things. Everyone has different pain thresholds, and you need to be the one that makes those decisions. But once you tell the coaches, right, I'm good to go, then it's back over to them to get you doing the right things on the practice court.
Andy, you've spoken before previously about how much time you think you've got left competing at the very top. Does that change your attitude now you're in that sort of, not the final stretch, but a limited amount of times you're going to appear here again? Does that change your attitude, or do you savour it more playing these events now?
No, you want to make the most of every tournament that you play, and I think you realise that a little bit more as you start to get older. I hope I'm still playing here for 5, 6, 7 more years if possible, but I don't know what's going to happen. I think just because of what Federer is doing just now, which is incredibly rare, it seems like a lot of people think that everyone's just going to start doing that now, and I'm not sure that's going to be the case. So I want to make sure I make the most of all of these chances that I have left.
That's what I'm alluding to. A lot of people's favourite is a 35-year-old for the men's singles. Can you envisage you being favourite to win a 35?
I haven't given it that much thought, and also I don't. I mean, whether someone's a favourite or not, to me is not relevant. Who wins the tournament at the end is what's important, not who the favourite is on paper.
Last 2 questions, please.
From a practical point of view, you spend all year on the road. This is in some ways a local tournament to House in Surrey. Does that change anything in your routine around the games, or do you treat it like any other tournament, or does that actually add some pressure because you can sort of leave the bubble and go to a normal life at times?
Yeah, there's pressure on this event because it's one of the most important that we play during the whole year. So if I wasn't nervous or didn't feel any pressure, then I'd be very worried by that. Then I think it's not sure I'd be wanting to keep playing if that was the case. I want to be nervous. I want to feel the pressure at these events. But the nice thing about it is that at the end of the days, like when I leave the courts, I get to, I can get away from it maybe a little bit more than at some of the other tournaments, just because I'm at home with my family and in my own house. And that's nice.
Last question.
Andy, just going back to Bublik, what's your recollection of Indian Wells when, as part of the Next Gen series, he interviewed you? Apparently, according to him, and he said he wanted to call you sir, and you were having none of it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think he interviewed a lot of the players there, and was asking what he thought were funny questions. I think to all of the players, and that was his one. Yeah, that was his one to me. But yeah, we chatted a little bit away from the camera as well, and he seemed like he was. Yeah, like I said, he was good fun. He's a pretty confident guy, and he was good fun in the limited time I spent with him.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.